All right, hello everyone. Here we are back for the weekend round of the back nine here. Just going to finish up with this rookie free-to-play account. So we are going to try to put together a couple strokes here. See if we can't put together just a little bit more solid round here. Get things going. Maybe try to go quarterback on this first one and try to improve as to what we did on the front nine. Let's see if we can grab somebody here. So what I'm planning to do is very similar to what I did on the other side. They just use just a tiny bit of power this time, but you can see with how I'm aiming, maybe about 5 rings from the edge. I'm going to try to do something very similar with maybe just a tiny bit of power. Hopefully this extra power is going to get me the distance I need to not kind of wind up in the same spot, the same predicament that I got last time. There you can see that it just funnels down. Almost went maybe just a little bit too much overpower there. You know, I was trying to kind of keep it short intentionally. So there you can see with where we are. We're going to try to get a little bit more aggressive on this side. See if we can't put together a score. So whether you go left or right here, it's going to be a tough shot. So this is definitely a tough hole for not experienced clubs. So once you start to develop some clubs, this becomes a lot easier to play this one. So even at the left, even at the right, I still am kind of forced with a very challenging shot. You almost need some kind of bump here. Here you can see I'm close to min club. That's probably what I'm going to try to do. It's just a min club bump here. Somewhere in the neighborhood of here. And I'm thinking in terms of ring adjustment. Maybe just about 2.5 here. And looks pretty good, and just edge it out. So it would have been nice to get that to drop, but nevertheless, gonna have a easy birdie there. You know, you'd probably want to do the same thing with the bump here. Getting that wind down makes things a lot easier. You can see my opponent has about 3.7. I had what, 5? He had 10%. So we got pretty different winds there. Probably about 0.8 difference, which is almost, you know, a full mile per hour difference. Pretty surprising to see quite that much of a difference for the rookie division when you're playing your opponent. Ooh, clips the rough. So that makes things just a little bit interesting. He'll have to get perfect ball from there. It's one of the main reasons that I don't bring Goliath in these early, just because those great balls are so costly. So unfortunately not able to get the perfect ball, and going to wind up with a par. You know, that's the one thing that you want to try to avoid the most, is just trying to make any mistake and just make sure that you get through the hole and hopefully put up a good score here with no mistakes. We're going to keep going. I'm setting up for Quasar now. So hopefully I can get things going, maybe get something to drop, or even better if I can get a couple things to drop. So the backspin approach here is a little bit tougher in my opinion to get the hole out, especially with limited ball guides. It's kind of a little bit easier to just kind of go off that first fairway, try to hop it over. I'm going to try to do it with, I'm going to try to do this one with no curl if I can. Just create a nice angle with my side spin. Thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of something like this with some side spin. 2 rings seems a bit much. I go just a little bit under 2 rings here. Looks like they gave me the perfect. And just offline, unfortunately. Just fractionally. So unable to get any drops so far in the entire round. You know, this 11 holes in, no drops. Now what's going on? Go ahead and see if I can't kind of force this. Not sure why it's just sitting there. So there I roll it in. See what we get for the par 3. I'd probably rather see hole 7 out of the 2 of them. And surely enough, there it is. I'm going to try to set up right here, more or less. Play a couple rings here. Chip the ball into the hole. So it looks like I got the hole in one. So there it is. It's one of the main reasons I wanted to get this hole. I didn't expect to get the hole in one, but I knew that this would be a good hole to at least give me the good chance to get the ball close. As you can see, I don't use very much there. Just got a couple achievements. So let's set my bag up here for the next one. I think I was able to go Viper on this one with the extra power. So let's try that. Just going to kind of keep it at the max line here. Don't really do anything with power or anything. Just try to bump it up here. Get it up into a good position. Tighten will give me that extra length. Give me the opportunity to hopefully get the hole out. That's the main reason for using it. Ooh, bad break there. Great ball, gonna put it into the rough. So you'll want to, for this one, try to put that third hop right around the fringe. As you can see, that's what I'm doing. See with what I do with my alignment as well. I just try to go just fractionally, be almost a ring here. Got my perfect. Another opportunity. See if I can get something to drop here. And just offline again. So tough to get it just perfect, especially in rookie with limited ball guide. So there you can see we've rolled that one in. Hopefully we can get something going here soon. 4 is going to be essentially a layup. So we won't be able to get 4. We got to be looking to get 5 for sure. And hopefully 5 and 6 would be nice. We gotta try to get at least 1 hole out here. Preferably 2. I don't know what the score is that I have to beat. You can see that I'm climbing my way up the leaderboard. Here we're going to go Quasar. You know, I don't think there's a real threat for me to make this one. So probably just going to play it safe. Don't do anything too crazy. Keep doing that. So I'd like to give it just a tiny bit of power. Try to land it up in here. And I'm also going to go about 2 rings here. So you can see. Try to not really use any curl or anything. Ooh, didn't want that great ball. But I hope that I played it out enough. The great ball is just going to end up getting it more online. So you can see that it just gets it a little bit more aggressive. I wasn't trying to overforce the issue there, so you can see I'm not really trying to go with the stick at all. It just ends up getting too close to the bunker, and I wouldn't want a great ball to put me into it. So you can see that I'm just being a little bit more casual and careful. So here you can see where we're at, still grinding through. Oh boy. This is going to be an interesting one. This is a risky shot. It's like he's trying to intentionally hit it into the face. And that makes you have to hit the perfect power number. It's got to be absolutely perfect here. So far so good. That actually doesn't look too terrible. But you never know how it's going to hit off that face. And there you can see my opponent gets a pitch. Should be able to roll it in, but you know, may require perfect ball. It's right in that kind of iffy distance. It's kind of dependent on how good your clubs are. You have kind of like a dart 5. It's going to be kind of on the edge. You know, a great ball puts you out on the edge of the cup. Firefly will probably be a little better. The accuracy is a little bit higher. So good chance that a great ball probably still goes in with this. I think it starts off pretty good, you know, somewhere around 50. So we really need to get hole number 5. That's going to be the key. Oh wow, this is like the tournament wind. So I'm going to hit very similar shot to what I did just 2 holes ago. Perfect ball. That's going to give him a pretty decent shot. Is coming through just a little bit tough. So 7 yards there. We'll see what I can do here. Create just a little bit better angle. See about here. Got my perfect, so should be good. I should win this one. The biggest iffiness was, you know, the perfect ball. It looks like I actually had it going relatively good online too. Might have actually went in. Just a little bit short. But, you know, good enough to get that one and pick it up. So let's set up for hole number 5. So I'm probably just going to switch my bags here. Of course, we're going to go back to the Titan ball. Of course, this is one of the toughest holes. Getting an eagle here would pretty much kind of really get me going the way that we want. I have not been able to get this all tournament yet. Of course, my earlier rounds I didn't use Titans. Well, no, I did on my qualifier. That was my closest chance, was the qualifier. I almost got it. Just missed my perfect ball. Here, the great ball is going to make it a little close on my opponent. It looks like it actually does roll through into the rough. So I'm going to do this with some curl, give it a nice little angle through here. Just a little bit of power as well. Just trying to keep it away from that that right edge there. I don't want to make a mistake off the tee. That's the most harmful thing that you can do. I did that in the opener and I got par on this hole. So huge mistake going into the rough here, because you really have to get out of wherever you put. You can see my opponent is going to have to shoot out to the left here. You got to keep this in the fairway. So what I did is I went from rough to rough and basically couldn't get to the hole in 3 and then missed my 4. So you just do got to be just a little bit cautious. So far so good. All right, so I'm not going to go too much power here, maybe just a little bit. You can see with what I'm doing with my aim as well. And just a little bit of power, try to get it up here. Got my perfect, which that'll help. So if you can just thread it up here, keep it out of the sand, it's going to give you at least a good chance. So that's why I'm just trying to keep it just a little bit lighter. I don't want a great ball pushing me off the edge there or into the sand. So I'd just rather, instead of getting it up too close, just try to do all that I can here. Now what I'm probably going to do is go for the dunk. All right, so first off, there's Max. Probably going to go for the dunk here. I'm thinking maybe somewhere around 3 per ring. So as you can see, 1 ring is going to put me, I'm thinking somewhere around here. You can see very little wind that I need to play. It's just kind of off the front edge of the cup a little bit. Other than that, I'm going to try to be very centered. Got my perfect. Oh, and I played too much wind. I can't believe. I thought 3 per ring there would be about perfect. Right towards the max line. Still too much. It would have been nice to get that attempt before the back 9 of the weekend round, so I would have actually known. That is so frustrating. And there's my opponent, just missed a birdie. So, I cost him too. You see what I got? A free pass. So this hole has just been brutal to me. That's one of the worst things about, this hole specifically has been my worst performance in the entire tournament, because I just haven't got anything going. And that's the very first time that I got to look at a dunk like that. And for having to do that the very first time like that, and have it be on the back 9, it would have been nice if I could have used some Titans in the opener, and that could have just been my opener shot. If I would have seen how wrong that was, then on the next time through, I would have been able to adjust less wind, and I probably would have made it if I ever got back there again. So it's just a little unfortunate to see. So all we're going to do, get this one in play. Very similar to what I've been doing right around here. To some rings. Not trying to force the issue very much. Just getting it down here is all we need. And I really need to get something in, especially missing hole 5. I mean, I feel like I'm just kind of throwing this tournament away by not being able to make anything. And of course, this is a really good opportunity. You can see the wind straight. Anytime you have a straight wind, you can just get it online, give yourself a good chance. So hopefully I can run this one up in. We can stop this cursed streak. I'm thinking maybe just a little bit under 2 rings here. 2-ish. Got my perfect. Oh my goodness. Stopped an inch short. Can't believe. Just too much on the correction. Really could have used that. I could have used so many shots, and they're just inches. And every stroke, you know, to kind of separate myself, I'm not going to have very many tiebreakers. So it's just helping, you know, it's just kind of hurting my performance. I guess at this point, we're just kind of hoping that 22 under is going to get me a top 10, because I really need the top 10 level of Titan balls. And at least if I get that many Titans, hopefully come next tournament, you know, we can play for hopefully to win, because we'll actually have Titans that we can use throughout the entire and get ourselves nice qualifiers, stuff like that. So may just get just a tiny bit more aggressive here. So really trying to go for this one. Looks like I came up just a wee bit short. But you can see I'm going to just try to get just a little bit more aggressive since the wind was kind of straight. It makes it just a little bit easier. Oh man, I'm playing against the Backbone 7. So that's going to make things tough. You know, going to have to kind of hope that he just doesn't have very good distance control. More so than anything. I'm very much outmatched here. Well, the great ball might push him into the sand since he got so aggressive. Nope, not quite. But it is going to roll through, so we'll be okay. All the wins that we can pick up, the better. And that's my hardest hole. So to be able to get that one is always a good thing. So that's going to be the hardest. So let's keep going here. Hopefully I can get myself up into a top 10. Just pick up my Titans, because it's not looking like I'm probably going to win. I don't know what the bracket is, but I'm just assuming at this point that it's not looking too good. I'm going to try to do very similar to what I just did on this hole. I just got this ace, so it'd be really nice. You guys could give it to me again. So not very good to use a power 3 ball here. As you can see, it kind of puts you in between clubs. Unusual shot, to say the least. Save those vintage balls. So I don't expect this to have enough curl, but all in all, it might not be that bad of a shot. It looks fine. What I'm going to try to do is hopefully be able to execute like I just did on Shootout. Nice to be able to get this one. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.5 rings here. Got my perfect. And just a bit offline. It's very hard with no ball guide to kind of get a feel for how that's going to roll out. I try to use the third hop that you can see kind of on the ball guide, but it can't always be effective. The side spin that I was using makes it a little bit challenging as well, because you can't see how much that your ball guide's going to, like when I use the side spin, I can't see how much it's going to be pointed right or left, making it just a little bit tougher. And once again, we get a tough hole. Not happy about this. Should be a good chance for me to get this win though, especially with them trying this bump shot. This is very tough to pull off. So it's going to give me potential here to be able to pull this off. So let's just see how it plays out. It'll kind of dictate how aggressive I need to get. You can see it's over the green. So with it being over the green, all I have to do is kind of just put it into the green. So I'm not going to play this one very aggressive at all. So got my perfect. Just trying to shoot it out here to the left intentionally. Just get my distance control. So there we got that one. Let's keep going. Go with a navigator, get the wind just down just a little bit more. Could use all the help that I can get right now. So I'm in the top 20. I should have 3 more strokes to pick up. Biggest thing here is going to be, don't make a mistake on these next 2 holes. So you'll just want to play just a little bit cautious. that one looks pretty good. Once again, you know, you see kingmakers, you know, don't pull out kingmakers in rookie. Gotta hold on to those things. So right around here, somewhere around 3 to 4 rings. It's a little bit light. Got my perfect. Should be good to go. Should definitely be in the fairway with a perfect. Get it up there to a Viper. Hopefully I can roll this one in. I could really use a 1-stroke boost because this is probably my last opportunity to pick up 1 stroke. So I like to get that ball guide, the second hop, right onto the front of the green. So that's what I'm going to shoot to do. So you just kind of point that ball guide up to the hole here. Other than that, the rings, the wind play here will be pretty important. Try to go just more than a ring and a half here. Oh, it'd really be nice to get something. Oh, thank goodness. So finally made my first shot of the tournament on hole 17. So nice to see. That is going to get me up the leaderboard a bit. Should almost virtually guarantee me a top 10 now. Let me go ahead and swap this back. Just going to go with bag 2 here. Tighten ball. So only need to get our eagle here. It's the foremost important thing. Is picking up the eagle. So all I'm going to try to do is aim maybe right around here and shoot for my perfect. Got my perfect. Just trying to play as safe as possible here. Just needed to hold into the fairway. Oh, wow. So that was rolling like crazy down that hill. I wouldn't even think that it would have the topspin to even be on the edge there. So that almost was disaster there, because if it rolls into the rough, I can no longer get to the green. I made it to where I could get a great ball to the right and still hold the fairway. I just wouldn't have been able to great ball left there. But I do hold on, which should make this relatively straightforward. Should be, you know, almost a formality at this point here. I'm just going to utilize just a little bit of backspin, maybe just a little bit of overpower, and try to accommodate for the curl here. As I mentioned, maybe just fraction of overpower. See, there's a perfect ball. Should get herself over here, no problem. See if it holds up onto the green, sure enough. And just have an easy formality putt to get us to the 23 number. Which isn't going to get us the win, but it's going to get us some cards that we can use. It's going to get us some balls that we can use. So next tournament, I should be much more prepared, you know, being able to utilize these balls. You know, I've really got to get myself to that banner position. So that's something to shoot for, hopefully for maybe even the mini tournament, is being able to get that next week and be able to, you know, put together a couple good rounds. Let's just take a look at how everything is going to wind up here. I wasn't looking at the leaderboard, so I don't know what the scores are for my division. So let's see what 23 is going to get me. It would have been a lot better if I had a tiebreaker, which I don't. So I'm not quite expecting very much. You can actually see I'm the worst of the 23s. Somebody even shot a 25. So, you know, I kind of figured me not being able to execute was going to cost me. I should be able to hold on to a top 10, and let's just take a look. You know, holding on to the top 10 is going to be crucial because you see I get 30 balls. That's essentially 2 sets of 18 almost of Titans. So considering I don't need them for tour play yet, it's going to come in huge for earning me more balls down the road, because I can essentially use Titan in all rounds now, which is going to be crucial. So that'll be clutch for me. It's looking like you know, also get a decent amount of cards as well. Very good rewards there. So let's just take a look at what my bracket looks like. This guy's going to end up passing me, but only because he's playing kind of better than he's been playing. So one person's going to pass me. Don't think that person's going to get up to me. $12 through $12. Probably don't have to worry about those guys. So good chance to, you know, at the very least, I would assume I'm going to hold my top 10 here, which is going to be ideal. You know, getting those rewards is going to come in handy. You can see, you know, not spending a dime kind of has its disadvantage. Oh, let's go open these real quick. So chip in special, 10 hole-in-ones, and we're getting up to the point where we could almost buy another set of Titans as well. However, we are going to have, you can see I have 3 left. I'm going to probably, you know, I can't imagine not winning, you know, 30. So that's going to put me up to 33. Plus, I'll get, you know, a shot at the golden shot as well, that I can maybe win some balls as well. So, you know, just more importantly than anything right now is just kind of grinding away at this slowly and, you know, doing what you can to get, you know, those clubs to the levels that we need. I'm not too far off here. You know, more so than anything, it's the Titans. Okay, I could have shot 25 here. It was only, what, 2 more strokes. And, I mean, let's just look at how many, you know, close shots to still win. So, you know, I put myself in position to still win, but not having the Titan, like in some of my past rounds, made it a little bit tougher to get a good qualifier. And if I would have been able to put together a good qualifier, I would have already moved up, you know, 2 or 3 more spots easily there. So these are the type of things that you want to be thinking about. That's something that we're just going to work on for the next time. But you can see it just kind of slows your progress down. You kind of got to just take it one day at a time and just kind of do just a little bit less. I would like to put together some tour for you guys. So, you know, as soon as this tournament comes over, I should be well on my way to be able to go through Tour 5 now. And we can try to grind out Tour 5. Ideally, you know, I definitely want to get Tour 6 open for when I hit the golden shot. So that'll let me, get the potential to unlock things like Thor's hammer. I'm only going to get one shot. So with only one shot, we got to try to make sure that we take advantage of it on this account. So good luck out there, guys. Hopefully your tournaments went well. And be on the lookout for future content to come, especially starting sometime early next week. I'd like to be able to at least get one Tour 5 stream for you guys. It's going to be tough. I have a busy week coming up, but I'll do what I can. Good luck out there, and take care, guys. Catch you guys next time.